Hello, my name is BJ Smith. I'm a teacher at Lyons Middle School in Lyons, Kansas. I teach sixth grade math, wellness, and STEM. I coach football, basketball, and track. I'm a member of our BLT, and I'm a co-pilot on our redesign team. I've recently taken on the role as a district ESL teacher. This is new for me. It started in about mid-year, and I'm kind of moving from I'll move into that position next year, full time. The next question was, who is the most influential person in my life? I'd have to say that's my son, Tarek. They say that when you have kids, it's like having a spotlight on you all the time, and I think that's very true. It made me really grow up and try to be someone that he could be proud of. And so over the years, I don't know, I just kind of feel like every time I've made a decision and do things in life, I kind of think back to what would make him proud of me to be his dad. And so I think that's really influenced where I'm at. Before he was born, I was not a teacher. And then after he was born, I got a divorce and he came to live with me, and I went back to school and became a teacher. I think that was a big part of it. Wanted me to be, I wanted to be in his life and be, a big influence on him. The results of the personality test, my lowest score was a 41, and it was extroversion, and my highest was 87, and it was consciousness. I agree with that for the most part. It says that being an extrovert, it's like I'm being a shut-in. I am very personal. Would keep everything kind of close to myself. I don't really go out and do a whole lot. I do. I have a close family and a small group of friends, but I'm not real extroverted. I'm pretty much introverted. I think that's true. For my consciousness, I think that's very true also. I think I'm very careful. I'm vigilant, and I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm not a person that's going to rush to judgment at all. So I like to really think things through before I do it. So I think that's true too. And I really think about how it affects other people when I make decisions. So yeah, I think that's very true about me. My two leadership theories were I think I'm authentic and situational. As authentic, I think I'm a strong believer in creating relationships. I think that's the way I teach. It's the way I coach. That's the way I work with my co-teachers. It's my classroom management style. I really build relationships with kids and my coworkers and stuff. And through those relationships is how I lead. It kind of that's how I motivate people. I think that if they know I'll go the extra mile for them, they'll go the extra mile for me. I think that's very important. Situational was my second one. I used to think I was transformational, but as I've gotten more into the program, I've decided that I'm more situational, fall back on transformational leadership style more often than other styles. But I think depending on the situation I'm in, I can be very authoritarian. I can be very authentic. I can be very transformational. So like when I'm working with my peers and my teachers, I can be transformational. I like for us to make decisions, not just me to make decisions. I'm working with small groups to make out decisions and things that we need to do. I think that creates ownership in what we do. And when there's ownership, there's more buy-in. I think that's also with the relationships. I think they know that I care about them and I want to do what's best for them and for our kids. I think that also helps with the buy-in. But when I'm coaching, I still think that the relationship part is there, but I'm more authoritarian where, what I say kind of goes. I kind of make the decisions and we go from there. I think that kind of goes in. So I think the different situations I'm in is, my different leadership styles. I also think like sometimes if I'm like on a big committee, I'm more reserved and sit back and Sometimes when it's necessary, when there's a group around me, I'll take charge. So I think I'm very situational in that matter. Um, the next part was how do they connect the personality test and my leadership styles. I do think they connect, and I do think I agree with both of them. Um, I think because of me being less social, most of my relationships are built in, the school setting with my coworkers and stuff. We don't really hang out a lot outside of school. It's not like I don't want to or like it's just not how it is. And so I think that because of those relationships that I've created that way, it really does make me very authentic. They know, what I'm all about. And I'm always that way at school. So they get to see that, and it kind of keeps it. I'm very authentic there, and it does keep the mutual respect and admiration for each other that we need, and the relationships positive in our workplace. Situational, or that's I think that's because of me having that low score in and being not so social. I'm not out and about town all the time. I think that helps with those relationships and being authentic. On the situational side, I think that's why I scored higher in the consciousness, because I am very careful and aware of my surroundings, and I think it helps me adjust my leadership style to the situations I'm in. I can be a drill sergeant when I need to be, but I can also be a dad when I need to be. So I think that's real important in my leadership style. So that's kind of all I have. 6 minutes and 48 seconds, so it's long. But thanks for listening.